Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Earth Day edition of the Arlington Weekly News for 2015. I'm Craig Nolan. Thanks for joining us.
Buenas noches, Mr. Nolan.
Buenas noches, Señor Pineda.
I'm Daniel Pineda.
My name's Adele Quo. How do I compete with that?
Really, you just got to work on your Spanish if you're going to work on this show. All right, here we go with our Earth Show 2015. We're all here, as you can see, and we've got our news and CVB as usual, and Adele is here with
It's Easy Being Green. Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day, everyone. Also, a special guest is in the studio. Miss Amy is there, and we're doing arts and crafts Earth Day style with Amy on this week's show, our News for Seniors. And Miriam Gennari is here with an interview, and that's our show. But before we go, a social media reminder for my part.
Absolutely, Mr. Nolan. You can watch the Arlington Weekly News on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News and the number 1. And also facebook.com/Arlington Weekly News. Craig.
All right, thanks, Daniel. Well, the first of our news items, we lead with a disturbing story tonight. Police are investigating a homicide that occurred on Friday, April 17, in the Aurora Highlands neighborhood of Arlington, and they're addressing concerns of anxious residents. Bonnie Delgado Black, a 42-year-old single mother, was found stabbed to death inside her home at about 7:50 in the morning. Police responded to a call from a neighbor who saw her 2 children, a 3-year-old boy and a 5-year-old daughter, wandering around outside the home. Ms. Delgado was a psychologist for the FBI and was in the midst of divorce proceedings. Ms. Delgado lived in the 1100 block of 18th Street South. The children are currently in protective custody services. Daniel.
Well, Craig, in breaking news tonight, it's official. The Arlington County Board has canceled the Artisphere project. June 30th will be its last day. However, the county's lease on the property doesn't expire until April of 2023. The county board is looking to the community for ideas as how to use it.
All right, Daniel. In other board news, Arlington County Board news, the Arlington County Board decided that the 105-year-old Wilson School building isn't quite historic enough to get the historic designation. Instead, it will be demolished, with portions of it becoming part of a new replacement school, and other parts of the building would become part of the H.B. Woodlawn secondary program. So that's some rather disturbing news about old buildings in Arlington. Daniel.
Well, Craig, Virginia Hospital Center in Arlington County may have a land swap. VHC wants to expand its campus to property on North Edison Street. The current tenants, mostly government facilities that are involved with human services, would move to Washington Boulevard. The board says it is exploring a win-win situation. And according to a new Medicare hospital rating, the Virginia Hospital Center is the only 4-star hospital in the D.C. metro area.
All right, Daniel, and some little good news here, something upbeat. AARP, the American Association of Retired Persons, has named Arlington County as the 6th most livable place in the nation for locations with populations between 100 and 500,000 people. AARP also rated Arlington as the best cities for staying healthy. The survey targeted Americans age 50 and older, so that's good news for all of us in that certain age group. We'll be back with our CVB file right after we hear from Adele Quo and
It's Easy Being Green.
Especially on Earth Day. Here's
That's
Adele.
right, for our Earth Day special. Remember, every day is Earth Day here in Arlington. It's easy being green, loving Iceland moss. My recent trip to Iceland uniquely ended on a high note with Iceland moss, also known as Citraria islandica. From the start of my trip and through it all, there is much to report about Iceland's sustainability and lower carbon footprint. But the last item I purchased before boarding my flight was reindeer food. That's how the woman behind the counter described the interesting-looking flatbread ingredient to me, which I ate on my flight home. Not only did this ingredient leave a distinct smoky taste, the woman's intriguing description of the ingredient of what I was eating led me to fall in love all over again with Iceland's abundant flora, Iceland's moss, also known as fjöllagróð. On our self-drive, we admired the undulating green blankets of moss-covered lava fields in the Blue Mountain area outside Reykjavik. It turns out that Iceland moss is really a lichen that consists of symbiotic algae and fungi growing together in a mutually beneficial relationship. This Iceland moss grows abundantly well in Iceland because it's one of the least polluted countries in the world. This moss is especially characteristic of the lava slopes and plains of the west and north of Iceland. Historically, using Iceland moss as a flatbread ingredient came out of necessity, as there was a lack of wheat and corn and no ovens. The lichen were prepared in a range of ways, such as Iceland moss milk, moss porridge, moss tea, black pudding, and liver sausages. Plus, the moss was used externally as hot soaks for eczema, dry skin, and wounds that are slow to heal. Also, in Icelandic folk medicine, the moss was used as a cough remedy and for all kinds of respiratory ailments. Today, Iceland moss is used as a food by deer and caribou, since the majority of Icelanders live in urban areas. But you can still munch on reindeer food when you buy that green Iceland moss flatbread, because it's considered to be healthy and nutritious, source of rich in minerals. You can try it with smoked meats and fish like I did, and wash it down with Icelandic moss schnapps, also known as fjöllagrósa Icelandic schnapps, a true, powerful Viking drink made from alcohol concentrates of Iceland moss. So remember, it's easy being green if you love Iceland moss.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Icelandic moss schnapps.
That's right.
Check it out. Did you bring any back with you?
I heard this was a family show, so maybe.
It's indeed a family show, but
Gotta
you know,
get clearance.
we could sample a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful.
That sounds interesting. Moss stew. Thanks, Adele. We appreciate
Thank
your
you, Adele.
efforts
You're welcome.
on this Earth Day. All right, moving right along. Here we go with our CVB file. On Saturday, April 25, from 5 to 8 p.m., George Mason University's Arlington campus will celebrate Earth Day with its Go Gaga for Green event. Featured activities include a silent auction for rain barrels decorated by Arlington Public School students, a lip sync battle, that ought to be good, green-themed food and drinks, and a raffle. The event costs $25, not bad, but it's free for Arlington Public School families and staff. The funds raised will support the Arlington County PTA's scholarship fund. Sounds like a good deal. So check out George Mason University Arlington campus this Saturday. Daniel.
Well, Craig, Arlington Independent Media, our host studio, is pleased to present the next in a series of special Friends of AIM production seminars. Friends of AIM are referred to as FAME. The event is the FAME Speakeasy. April's Speakeasy DIY equipment solutions will feature demonstrations of practical and cost-effective production tools that can be created with a little time, imagination, and a trip to the hardware store. The event will be held on Thursday, April the 23rd from 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. These quarterly events bring together the best and brightest from the D.C. area film and video production community for demonstrations, panel discussions, and workshops in a wide variety of production-related subjects. Panelists include Nate Clapp and Alex Winchell. For more information, just visit the AIM website. That's at arlingtonmedia.org. Craig.
All right, sounds like a good event. Thanks, Daniel. Next up on our CVB file, well, the county wants your input on the skate park at Powhatan Spring Park. There'll be a conversation about Powhatan's skate park on Tuesday, May 5 at 7 in the evening. If you have any suggestions to improve it for improvement, or simply just want to air your likes and dislikes, then you can attend the meeting, or you can take an online survey at this address, www.surveymonkey.com/Arlington-skate-park. Hope you got all that.
That's a mouthful.
Daniel.
Well, Craig, Lubber Run is planning to construct a new community center in 2016. It would offer an expanded range of recreational, social, and learning activities for all ages. You can help shape the project by attending a meeting on the topic. That's on April the 29th at 7 p.m. at the current Lubber Run Community Center. There will be a tour of the existing facilities starting at 6:30 p.m. Lubber Run Community Center is located at 300 North Park Drive. That's at Arlington. Call 703-228-4712 for more information. Craig.
All right, Daniel, and finally in our CVB file, well, it's our EBG, or Easy Being Green commentator, Adele Quo, has stressed the importance of growing local plants in your garden. If you're interested in going native this spring by choosing plants that are adapted to the local flora and fauna, then you can check it out at Long Branch Nature Center on Saturday, April 25, from 1 to 4 p.m. For more information, give them a call. Here's their number, 703-228-6535, and they'll tell you all about it. All right, what are we going to do now? What would our show be, our Earth Day show be, without a visit from Miss Amy?
Hey, Craig and Daniel, happy Earth Day, everybody! Are you ready? Ready, catch, Craig? Absolutely. Hey, happy Earth Day, catch, Daniel. Thomas Jefferson Community Center is proud to present its Bounce-A-Mania! Over 19 inflatable bouncy houses under one roof. Can you believe it? Plus, climb an inflatable rock wall if your child likes to run, jump, and flip. Then hop on down to the Thomas Jefferson Community Center on Saturday, April 25th. That is this Saturday. Bounce-A-Mania rocks from 6:30 to 9:30 and only costs $3, which includes arts and crafts. Drinks and snacks will be available. The event is sponsored by Teens Making a Difference and the Department of Parks and Recs. Thomas Jefferson is located at 3501 S 2nd Street, Arlington, Virginia. For more information, contact Desi Jerry at 703-228-7780. That is 703-228-7780. I'm just wondering if they would let me into that. Anyways, Parents Night Out. Teens Making a Difference is also sponsoring a Parents Night Out May 8th and 9th at Walter Reed Community Center and Park. Drop those kids off at 6 p.m. and pick them up at 10 o'clock while you enjoy some of Arlington's great restaurants and night spots, or just some alone time with your special man. Parents' Night Out is only $25 per session. Reservations are required at least 3 business days in advance. Get some more information online at reservation.arlingtonva.us or call 703-228-4747. 703-228-4747. That's Walter Reed Community Center Park, 2909 16th Street S, and that's in beautiful Arlington, Virginia.
Yeah.
Now, guess what we're going to do?
Oh.
Now, after you get done taking those kids to all those great places, I'm going to show you for Earth Day how to repurpose some things around your home. Now, Craig and Daniel have in their pockets, not in their hands, but in their pockets.
Oh.
When you're done with your Altoid 10s, they seem so handy. You can take some regular old duct tape. I like mine to have macaroni and cheese on it. I think yours is pink and yours is purple. You can take some stickers or some googly eyes or, some letters, whatever you want. My daughter happened to decorate mine.
Oh,
and mine says Amy, A-I-M, Arlington Independent Media. And look, you can put buttons in it, coins, candy, whatever you may want to put in it. Look at that.
This is cool.
And also, if you've got extra coat hangers lying around your house, guess what you can do with these little suckers? Look at this. They make perfect chip clips. And the best part is they
Decorating my
hold
box now.
super duper tight. Now my husband took a hacksaw and hacksawed these puppies off. But you can take really strong scissors and do the same thing. Okay, now I saw on the internet where you could repurpose light bulbs into a necklace. So, okay, this was my husband's version of the light bulb necklace. It turned out actually kind of wearable. This was my version of the light bulb necklace. It was like the epic
Nice, I like
fail. But there are actually more holidays coming up this week. Did you guys know that?
Of course not.
Of course not.
Tell us about it.
Besides
I don't know anything.
Earth
You're
Day,
using these
it's
stickers.
Administrative Professionals Day, April 22nd.
Oh, yeah.
Thursday, the 23rd, is Take Your Daughters and Son to Work Day. That's exciting, something the kids can also
cool.
do. And Friday is Arbor Day.
Yeah.
It's Plant
Arbor
a
Day,
Tree
Arbor Day, Arbor Day, Arbor Day.
Hug a Tree Day. Okay, boys.
Hug a-
How is your box coming?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
You're
And
special.
how is yours, Craig? Oh, it says you're special
You're
because
special.
Craig, you are special.
You are special, Craig.
So they repurpose
Can go either way.
their Altoids tins
They
boxes
can be special
as
or not so
well. So look around your house, see what you can repurpose. Take the kids to some of those fun events. And you know what, Daniel, Craig, have a happy
Earth Day.
Earth Day. Catch
Happy
you,
Earth
Daniel.
Day, happy Earth
Bye,
Day.
guys.
Thanks, Amy. We appreciate it. Good stuff. Earth Day. All right. Moving right along now, as promised, our news for segment. I think we promised it. The county, Arlington County, wants your input on the skateboard park at Powhatan Spring Park. There'll be a conversation about the Powhatan Skate Park on Tuesday, May 5 at 7 in the evening. If you have any suggestions or ideas about improvements or simply want to air your likes and dislikes, then either attend the meeting or you can take an online survey at this address. I think we gave this before, www.surveymonkey.com, Arlington/Skate Park. That's it. Okay, next, Lubber Run, and we're rolling along now. Okay. And now we have Easy Being Green. Isn't that interesting?
No, our next story.
Next story. Go ahead, Daniel.
That's right, Craig. Ever wonder what food inspectors consider when rating the food safety conditions at a restaurant? Well, would you like some food handling safety tips of your own? Kimberly Burnett, a program manager at the Department of Human Services, will explain what to look for when dining out or hosting a dinner party of your own. The event will be on Wednesday, April the 29th from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. at Aurora Hills Senior Center. Just give them a call. That's at 703-228-5722 for more information. Craig.
All right, Daniel, also in our News for Seniors file, an annual Arlington survey found that more than 75% of the people who participate in the county's 55-plus programs lead a more socially active and healthier life. The Alliance for Arlington Senior Programs has begun a free, FREE free concert series to begin this to be the attention of local residents so that people 55 years of age and older are encouraged to participate. Check the 55-plus guide for programs and all the information. It's free. You should be getting it in the mail if you're a member of OSAP. And they'll tell you all about the concert dates and all the good stuff coming up there that's planned by OSAP and the Arlington Alliance for Seniors. That's our News for Seniors. Again, thanks to Judy Masabny of
Judy.
OSAP for helping us out and sending us these announcements. Also, a shout out to our friend Rich, who's on the mend. We miss you, Rich, and
miss you.
get well soon. We want you back here as soon as you can. All right, moving right along. Up next on this Earth Day edition of the Arlington Weekly News is Miriam Gennari and her guest. Here's Miriam.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Sustainable Scoop. It's my great pleasure to welcome back Dann Sklarew. He's a PhD professor of sustainability at George Mason University. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Miriam. I'm so happy to be back.
Well, we have so much to cover. There's a big event coming up to celebrate Earth Day in Arlington. What's it called?
It's the Go Gaga for Green event. We're really trying to get as many gee whizzes in there with our goods as possible.
Go Gaga for Green.
That's right.
And this is an event that actually George Mason holds an event every year
That's
in honor
right.
of Earth Day. But this one's a little bit different. one thing that's going to be the same is your Green Patriot Award.
That's right, yeah. For the last several years, we've been giving a Green Patriot Award just to individuals and organizations in our community who represent sustainability in two aspects of their lives. So it's not good enough just to be, doing something environmental and not thinking about the social welfare issues, but you need to be doing two different things at once. And so we have a great slate of candidates this year, and not one, not two, but 3 awards we'll be giving to a subset of the nominees that came from the community.
And how many people have been voting and involved in this Green Patriot Award?
Oh, we have the nominees. I think we have about 12 different nominees, and we have one individual winner that will be coming this year, one organizational winner, and a People's Choice, which has gotten over 400 votes from around Arlington.
Wow, that's wonderful. Well,
It's
I'm
really
glad
exciting.
there's so many people that are working in that direction of sustainability. Now, there's also, of course, something we always look forward to, which is the Project Rain Barrel. Tell us about that this time.
Oh, I'm really excited about Operation Rain Barrel. This year, Superintendent Murphy had said, okay, it was great what the elementary schools had been doing over the last several years with George Mason University. What if we expanded to all 36 schools throughout the
High
county?
school too?
High schools, middle schools, continuing ed, and elementary schools. And oh, these rain barrels are gorgeous. I don't know how I'm going to fit another one on my property once I've got all 4 corners taken care of. But really, they'll get better and better every year.
Well, and so what's so wonderful about the Operation Rain Barrel is that they're not just learning art and they're not just playing, they're actually learning about the environment and the watershed, some of the things they're covering when they work on the project.
That you're absolutely right. One of the things, just as an example, is one of the schools designed their rain barrel around the 4 seasons of Ballston Pond, and so they have the different animals that show up at different seasons all the way around the rain barrel. And it sounds like it's going to be a real treat to see the sorts of science that they've been able to deliver in the art on those rain barrels.
Awesome. That's STEAM. That's science, technology, engineering, art, and math all
That's
together, right?
STEAM. That's right.
Now, there is another fun thing that's happening, and this is new. This is lip syncing.
Yeah, that's right. We have about 5 or 6 different acts that are coming in, individuals and groups doing all sorts of things, and some of our county officials and celebrities will be among the judges to pick the best lip sync for Earth Week.
Okay, and now you have some headliners coming. You have Don Beyer. He's going
that's
to.
right.
What is his role?
He'll be introducing the Arlington Green Patriot Award and talking a little bit about the role of environment in our community. Obviously, he's been a very passionate advocate for environmental issues and particularly climate change over the last several years. We heard about it during his campaign, and so we're looking forward to him giving us a perspective that's both national as well as local.
Yeah, well, we definitely need to get behind him in that regard so he can go out there and pass some really great legislation. Now, in terms of getting behind the issue of sustainability, education is such a huge part of it, and that's something that George Mason is focused on. And you're introducing some new classes. I want you to tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. Actually, George Mason has had ongoing environmental and sustainability studies undergraduate program. We have graduate programs dealing with all sorts of aspects from atmospheric, oceanic, and earth studies to environmental science and policy to a relatively new program we have dealing with social entrepreneurship and how can we use business to try to address social ends. And the newest 2 things we just got onto the books this year. We now have a concentration in business and sustainability in one of our degree programs and a new minor in sustainable enterprise. So undergraduates can really bring their business skills together with their sustainability values to try to help save the world.
Wow, so they can come with these interests and then you can help them develop it, not just into a hobby, but into a career.
Absolutely. In fact, it's been really exciting to see my students who have graduated from these programs who are working at local consulting companies here in Arlington, for example, in Fairfax County Schools. They're working with the soil and water conservation districts. They're really taking these skills and putting them to use in their careers.
Well, I am just so glad that George Mason is starting at elementary schools and working them all the way out until they're in the business world themselves. Now, these rain barrels, how do you get one of these?
Oh, well, the best way to do it is to come to the Grow Green Gala, which will be this Saturday night at from 5 to 8 at the George Mason University Arlington campus in Virginia Square. And if you show up, you'll have a chance to bid on a silent auction for any one of these 36 beautiful, gorgeous rain barrels, as well as to see the competition. We'll be awarding first, second, and third prizes to the most thematically awesome and artful ones that are displayed.
It's going to be difficult to choose, but there'll be judges to take care of that, right?
That's right, yeah. I just have to make sure the barrels get in the right place and the judges make the judging.
And this is a family-friendly event?
Very friendly, family-friendly. In fact, we have a choir coming from Taylor School. We have Gunston Middle School's Glee Club will be there, and George Mason's own jazz vocal ensemble will be performing. So we'll have a lot of music going on, entertainment. We have a raffle going on. It's very much aimed at fun for the whole family.
Oh, and I might also add that there is going to be a waste or resource table, and there I will be talking a little bit about what else?
Styrofoam!
Exactly.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Well, I just want to thank you so much for all the work you do here in Arlington, but I also want to thank George Mason University for putting this wonderful event together. Tell me just real quickly some of your sponsors of the event.
Arlingtonians for a Clean Environment is both a sponsor and a beneficiary. We're working with the schools and with the county overall, and George Mason, as you know, the Arlington campus is really trying to bring all of its units together to show off the sorts of things that we're doing to try to help the environment in our community.
And the money that you raise goes to benefit the early identification program.
That is one of the things. It will also help ACE, Arlingtonians for the Clean Environment, and we'll also be working with the PTAs around the county, as I understand it.
Excellent. All right, thanks so much. I'll look forward to seeing you there. I'll be there, and I hope that all of our viewers will come to the Green Gala, actually the Go Gaga for Green, this Saturday from 4 to 8 p.m. at George Mason University. Thanks for watching The Sustainable Scoop. I'm Miriam Gennari. Back to the news desk.
All right. All right, thanks, Miriam.
Thank
and Dan from George Mason University talking about Earth Day and all the festivities that going on there this Saturday. And that's about a wrap for this edition of the Earth Day edition of the Arlington Weekly News. Anything else to add before we go, ladies and gentlemen?
I hope that everyone goes out and plants a tree for Earth
Plant a
Day.
tree. And if you can't plant a tree, go hug a tree. Well,
Yes.
hug your favorite significant other and then
There
go hug
you
a tree
go.
together or something like that, because Earth Day
Read the
is
Shel
is special.
Silverstein book about the giving tree. There you go.
The giving tree is a good one. That's a wrap for this edition. Thanks to all of you for watching. Thanks, Adele, and thanks, Amy, and thanks, Daniel, all crew. And,
Thanks, Don Hammond,
and
our
Don
producer.
And Bill, and
And
Hef,
Mary back
and
in
Paul, and
Chiron.
Mary, and everybody. And
Thanks,
we
John
got to
Boy.
go. Next week, if you're there, we'll be here, and we'll do
Thanks,
it all
Hef
again.
and
Have a
Bill on
safe week.
camera.
Happy Earth Day.
And
Bye-bye.
Spider-Man.